Ladies and gentlemen, hello. This is the Pkr Anything Goes Podcast, live. I'm your usual host, Paul Cruz, but today we have a change of scene for Wednesday, January 25th. I have my special guest, today's host, Kelso.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? So, Richie's not here today.
Slide over this way.
He may or may not show up later, but his tooth hurts.
He looked pretty good when he left our trailer last night. We drove the liquor into him. We drove the dab pens into him like we do, He was worried about our main man, Seth, getting home. I was worried about Richie getting home in one piece. And then we call him today, noon, 1 o'clock coming around. Richie, it's game time. Where the fuck are you, bud? And he tells Kelso
his tooth hurts.
His tooth hurts, man. Half my teeth aren't even in my mouth. I have fucking wrong turn teeth, jagged and shit on the end of my shit, and I'm here. I was puking.
Half my teeth are broken in
1
half.
o'clock today. I was puking at 1 o'clock today.
Oh,
5 hours ago.
He was gonna make it today.
I was puking a couple hours ago. I have 4/5 of a finger. I mean, come on, Richie. You gotta get your shit together, bud. This is the PKR Anything Goes Podcast, episode 3, and we are missing our R.
It is what it is. I will keep you guys updated. I've got them all on speed dial, so if they do decide to want to come in, then we might have some late people come in. But it is 4:39. We were supposed to have a guy, Seth Ragnar, from last night. He was supposed to show up. He's not here.
We've been left hanging, ladies and gentlemen.
So
I don't know if we're not good enough or maybe what, but we're losing staff quickly here.
but
Maybe I'm not paying them good enough.
You ain't even paying them yet.
I'm not paying them anything yet.
But it is what it is. There's nothing. Whatever. So we were gonna have a weatherman. Richie was gonna have his own subject on this, but until he shows up, I ain't gonna even worry about that.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to we're not gonna change things up here too heavily. We're gonna change hosts here and there. Special guests, we're gonna make that a frequent appearance. We're gonna try to have Richie here as much as possible. But if he's not here, we are gonna continue to bring you guys the same content, the same shit with one less drunk person in the room. It's about the best we can give you guys. I mean,
and after we're done with our PKR episode, we are gonna make a shorter video on a different playlist here, all about monitors. So
funny that Kelso brought that up actually, because yes, as he said, today will be the debut. This is a channel entirely, PKR Anything Goes, but this is a subset playlist on our channel. The Anything Goes Podcast is a subset of PKR Anything Goes. We are going to have Kelso's Fun Reptile Facts. We're going to have a different name added to the playlist. Kelso's going to name it. I will be the cameraman behind it. Kelso will be delivering most of the facts, and we'll be doing as much handling, and if you guys comment, share, subscribe, and like on everything, by the way. To anybody that you know that might want to see us feed, or whatever you guys want to see, comment below and let us know. We are trying to please the people. We're trying to bring entertainment to the people. We are trying to do everything we can. Take over for 1 second. I'm trying to find this
yeah,
name
I got
so I
you.
give her a shout out.
And so the game plan is we're going to be taking 2 videos today. After this broadcast, we're going to be making our other stuff for the reptiles and the animals and more actual fun facts, animal related, educational. And if you guys end up wanting to see different animals, reptile wise, let me know and just make a list. And if I can find it and buy it, I'll buy it and teach you guys more about that animal. I've had over 40 different reptiles. I've had cages on cages, but because of financial problems, I've had to let a lot of stuff go. So right now I got 3 of them. After this month, I'll probably be getting to a point where I can go purchase more stuff. It's an expensive but fun and entertaining hobby.
Lifestyle, business, hobby, pastime, can all be put into one here. We're gonna get right back to that here in one moment, but first I want to give a shout out to at Skylar Marie 7534. Commenter on both of our videos. Like her, share, subscribe her. Shout out to her again. The thanks that you gave us for, you said, bringing humor to your life in a dark time. I'm reading. If I didn't get that correctly, apologize. But that meant a lot to me, hearing that and reading that and actually seeing somebody else type that out, you know what I mean, and post it. Talking about myself, talking about my associate brother, Kelso Richie. The whole focal point of this programming, the show, is to make people laugh, to get you through the day, entertain you. If you want to watch this because you think we're dicks, go for it. If you want to watch it because you think we're funny, go for it. If you want to watch it just simply for something in your fucking ears so you can go to sleep at night, it is what it is. But if you're listening to it in times of darkness, in times of like a bad place, and we're shining light into it, that is very endearing to me, and that does mean a lot to me. So shout out to you. We're going to bring you this shit. It was intended when we first started, as we told you guys. We didn't know when, where, how often. We just told you we were bringing it at least once a week. From Friday, we dropped episode 1. You're right. Friday, we dropped episode 1 of the Pkr Podcast. And just here, January 24th, Tuesday, yesterday, only 2 or 3 days later, we brought you the second episode. Now, here we are the following morning with episode 3.
The big 3.
I'm telling you guys, get ready for the fucking ride. Because it's going to be that. Just that. We're going to bring you guys a ride. We're going to bring you guys inside our lives, inside our world. And everybody that loves it, shout out to you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. What is your name? This is Reptidad and Paul 3860. He's obviously fucking Reptidad, clearly. I'm Paul. But that's the name of his YouTube channel, his private one. So, my private YouTube channel is Paul Ghost Cruise 666. Very fashionable, I know. As far as like content on those pages, I don't know how much you're going to see from us. We can only dedicate, we can only give you guys everything we have in so many demeanors, As far as me going individual doing it, I don't have the private, personal content to bring to you in my own spare time. So that's why we're going to do this. We're going to keep these podcasts, and we're going to open multiple playlists on our channel. We're going to have weather with Richie and sports with Richie. And just here in a couple of days when Richie makes it around, we're going to discuss the Super Bowl, the NFC and AFC playoff games. Go Bengals. We're going to discuss all that when we have our sports broadcaster here. So we got quite a few facts that me and Kelso, not facts, but some topics of discussion today. What topic do you want to lead with? Like, do you want to start with WWE? Do you want to start with? What do you want to start with?
I kind of want to talk about WWE because honestly, I've been wanting to throw this out there. I was in a lot of shock the other night when The Undertaker came back out on stage, and he was basically, long story short, he was passing down the torch to Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and that excited me. I was honestly not expecting him to pop up anymore. Maybe for little side things like he did. But then you saw a bunch of the other ODs.
And not even The Undertaker. Let's clarify very specifically here, Kelso.
The American Badass Undertaker.
And for those of you that aren't familiar with that, like I wasn't too familiar with that myself. That is old blue or black bandana Undertaker, motorcycle, the fucking biker boot, ready to fucking go. Not the dead man.
Well, he's done.
Guy,
if you guys remember, he put down the hat and the boots for the Undertaker.
Those are Roman Reigns, right? That's when he fought Roman Reigns, right?
No, the very last fight was with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, and Undertaker, I do believe.
Wow.
And Triple H and them won.
Really?
They shook hands, and that was that. And then later they put him into the Hall of Fame, and he put his boots and everything down there in the middle of the ring. So he's done. That guy's just out. But then they brought the American Badass back to say his goodbyes in a way, I guess. But I'm hoping that there's a slight chance. This is probably not going to happen, but I would love to see him and Bray Wyatt form like a short little team up or some shit.
Now, for those of you that didn't watch Monday Night Raw's 30th anniversary, watch it, please. It's fucking worth it. Not very much action, but just some shit that's going to continue the storyline into the Royal Rumble where we're going. The Bray Wyatt, and also, people didn't watch it, as The Undertaker was exiting the ring, shaking Bray Wyatt's hand, he leans in close to him, and you can clearly see him mouthing what appears to be a multitude of words. So, for the people that are familiar with The Undertaker, you've known him for 30 years? Mm-hmm. He has carried the company just like John Cena does in today's, how John Cena did from blase, blase to blase, blase. The Undertaker, the Phenom, the holder of the figurative torch, per se. Passing off that torch to Bray Wyatt. Scenes are what make this industry, or moments are what make this industry.
For sure.
And this one will forever be special. And he said something along the lines like, don't mess it up, or something like that.
It wasn't that nice. It was, I believe, one of the things he said was, "Don't fuck this up."
Don't fuck this up. You heard it here first.
Something like that, around there. But then afterwards, don't forget how Becky's fight went in the cage match.
Okay. So let's start first here. Let's just start at the beginning of the show here, okay? Now, the show opens up with what? It was Hulk Hogan.
And Hulk Hogan and his one dude.
Wasn't that Roddy Piper?
No, I think that guy. They didn't mention his name. That guy just came out. He was just like the hype guy for Hulk Hogan. He wasn't a fighter.
Wasn't that Ricky the Dragon?
Yeah.
No.
No, the guy that came out with Hulk Hogan.
He was an announcer or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that. There's someone to get the crowd hyped for Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan gets the crowd hyped.
Then
and then after that segment ended, Hulk Hogan and whatnot. Then came
Roman Reigns' trial.
Sami Zayn's trial by Roman Reigns.
Yes.
The trial of relevancy.
Man.
Paul Heyman shocked myself. He shocked Kelso. And for all of you watching at home, he shocked the world.
Shocked. That was a 2-2 shock.
Only because
Paul's been talking shit and then making them eyes, and you can see it in his face when he's talking and looking at Sami Zayn, and when Sami Zayn walks away, he's just like, God, this dumbass.
I get the notion that he makes those reactions because he thinks Sami Zayn's gonna fuck up. I figured that's why.
Well, I mean, you heard it from last night. He said he is a traitor. He did this. He did that.
Now let's talk about the clips Paul Heyman used as evidence against Sami Zayn. The first one being where Sami Zayn
dipped out
when he
Drew McIntyre
and okay. Yeah. Now I didn't see that episode of Raw. I didn't start watching until not too recently, a couple months back here, right around the Logan Paul. No, that was in August 2022.
No, you and me watched that one together. I remember.
No, the one with Drew McIntyre. That's when Drew McIntyre is getting ready to go face Roman Reigns for the titles.
He jumped the Usos and beat the shit out of them.
No, this is I know they beat a lot, but that whole thing happened back in August 2022 when Drew McIntyre first made his return. And he was about to face Roman Reigns for, I think it might have been at WrestleMania maybe, for the fucking titles. You know, they actually had a lot of people thinking that Drew McIntyre was going to be the guy to beat Roman Reigns for it. But I wasn't too familiar. I just started watching all this shit from back 2010 all the way up just so I can know what the fuck I'm talking about exactly. I haven't quite made it that far yet. But the other clip I can remember him using when Sammy's sitting on top of the cage after the War Games pay-per-view. A pay-per-view where he solidified himself. He dropped Kevin Owens with the low blow. Haluba kicked him in the corner and then dropped him for Jimmy or Jey Uso to frog splash for the island relevancy for the bloodline to win the match. Mm-hmm. So if the guy's on top of the cage celebrating a match, come on, man. I guess he should have been down there with the group. That I can understand the point. But as far as a traitor...
I mean, look at it like this. If you just got done beating the shit out of someone and you're already up there, do you really want to use your energy after you just had the shit beat out of you to crawl back down? Hell no, I'm just going to stay on top of the cage for a minute, take my breath. I'll celebrate up there and I'll celebrate with the rest when I'm fucking not dying from the fact that I just had my ass handed to me for the most part.
Yeah, but do you at least understand both sides?
I mean,
you could look at that, one could look at that and paint a bad narrative. So.
Yeah, like Paul Heyman.
Like Paul Heyman did very well. And a couple more clips were there and whatnot. Sami Zayn's chances... I'm sorry, I'm trying not to fucking hiccup. Sami Zayn's chance to talk... He tells Roman Reigns he loves him. He loves the bloodline. It fucked up that Paul Heyman would do this to him.
And he didn't have a defense.
He had no defense. Threw the mic on the table. Roman Reigns says, Solo Sikoa.
Oh, well, it didn't go down that fast. It went more down like, you don't want to defend yourself? You don't want to do that? Well, then basically, fuck you. Solo, get him!
For the people that are familiar with the WWE, they know, and Roman Reigns escalates very quickly. If I can't narrate it properly, so if you haven't watched it, like I said, go watch it. It's worth it. So if you're not going to watch it, I'm going to give it to you the best I can give it to you. He set the enforcer on him.
And, well, Jay came and saved his ass.
No. Narrate it. Slow it down. Tell the whole thing. 6 Solo on him. What happened step for step?
Literally, Jay walked up out of his chair, grabs them.
What was he about to do, though?
Oh, fuck. I don't know what that fucking move was. He
walks up slowly behind Sami Zayn, puts his hand on his shirt, and does the Umaga, and right as he's about to plunge his fucking finger deep into Sami Zayn's fucking neck,
Jay got up, grabbed his
catches the arm with triumph. The whole crowd, jaw drops. Paul, Kelso, make a quick brief of eye contact. Jaws dropped.
It was pretty
frozen, eyes glued to the television screen.
Honestly, with all this shit, and Jay even says this, like, he puts those videos, I'll have him describe, and I'll help him describe, but what he basically goes is, like, he's telling Roman, he's straight up telling them that, like, the dude took a bullet for, and he straight up said he hated Sami Zayn when they first got together. He wanted him off the bloodline. He wanted him fucked up. He wanted to destroy him himself. But he's straight up saying, like, the dude sacrificed Kevin Owens, his best friend, to Jay as a peace offering, and he's taken
pushed him out of the way for a chair shot.
Yeah, took a boot to the face
for Roman Reigns. Pushed him out of the way,
and he's had the shit beat out of him.
Those were 2 of the clips.
At this point, Jay goes off and says, my bro is bulletproof. Yes. You know, like, he is fucking bulletproof. So, after a long story short...
He used 5 clips against Paul Heyman's 3 or 4.
And what we just told you of him taking the chair, or the boot, and all this other shit is shit it shows in the clips. Mm-hmm. But, after all that, Roman gets up and says... Thank Jay, he saved you for now.
For tonight.
For now. Don't let me see you for the rest of the night. I don't want to see you until Saturday.
Until the pay-per-view. Saturday, the Royal Rumble. Shout out to it. January 26th.
But he did end up fighting with Jay to defend the tag team.
Okay, so it was Jimmy and Jey Uso against the Judgment Days. Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor were at ringside. Sammy was at ringside. The match was quite a banger. It was Jimmy. Jimmy goes over the top rope onto Damian Priest. The ref throws up the X sign. Looks like he pulled his knee, fucked his knee up or something.
He probably, I want to say he ripped his
tendon and ACL.
Yep.
As the bald-headed manager's coming down to strip them of the titles to give them, to the Judgment Day.
I don't think they would have just given it to him.
No,
they would have had people come out and fight, and the winner would become the new tag team champion.
Well, no, because they went through that gauntlet tournament. Remember, that 1 hour tournament they were in to become number one.
Yeah, but I don't think he would just let it go like that because...
Well, he's going to give it to them, and when the Usos are ready to compete again, they're going to get their number one contender match back. That's how it probably would go.
I don't
it
know,
depends on if it's a
fight.
storyline injury or if he's really hurt.
Well, I've seen in the older fights, what they've done is they would have people come out, and the last tag team standing is the team that they would let get the belts.
Now, see, you got to think, are you referencing a storyline injury or a real injury? Because the difference between
that looked pretty decent.
It was a storyline injury from what I read. I thought
Yeah.
it was, when they threw up the hand sign, I was in disbelief. I was like, no fucking way. What a time for that to happen on the 30th anniversary. They'll never forget this. The 550-something day Uso tag team reign ends without them losing. That would be some shit. But if they were going to take the titles, I figured they would do it in that type of fashion to not make the Usos look weak or anything like that. But Jimmy can't compete. They're about to get the titles stripped. Sami Zayn takes the mic and says, I'll fight for him. Mm-hmm. That guy was supposed to be fighting on their team to begin with. He got hurt. You let this dude fight on their behalf. Mm-hmm. Same's going to go here. Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. What is that move they do, the Usos? That fucking...
I don't fucking remember, but...
F8 or D12 or something?
Something like that, where they throw him up in the air, and
it's
Jey
like
was going
RKO.
away. He had a double take whenever he saw Jimmy getting that move ready.
Jey.
He's like, oh shit.
Jey,
Damn!
Sami Zayn, yeah, he stepped off a couple steps. First time he'd ever done the move. It was a great finish, though. Retained.
I mean,
tag team
I think that just grabbed him by the balls. He didn't know what to expect. He didn't think that was going to happen.
Retained the tag team titles. Shout out to the Usos. The next segment
Shout out
of
to
the
Sami.
Sami Zayn, the Usos, yeah, Sami Uso. The next segment of the show
That-
features the steel cage slowly fall to the ring.
I'll let you talk about that one. That fight pissed me
We
off.
go to commercial break as the steel cage is coming down. We come back from commercial break. Bailey of Damage Control is in the ring by herself. No Dakota Kai around the ring. I can't think of the other. Sasuke or no? What's her name?
Sake or some shit like that. It's a
Uh,
Chinese girl or Japanese girl.
Asian.
Asian?
Is that what I say?
I can't. I'm not trying.
I'm
Don't
not.
tell me,
Yeah,
I don't
nothing
know how
here.
to put it. I'm sorry, but it's like
Can you Google it for me real quick? Look up Damage Control's 2 reels. We're gonna touch base. Give me about 2 minutes here.
there. You want to talk?
Damage Control's Dakota Kai and Io Sky as Becky Lynch, right? That's her
Yeah.
name. As she's coming down to
My
the
girl
ring,
Becky.
getting on the steps, about to not even clear the doorway of the cage. You first see Dakota Kai come. She starts fighting her off good, jumps on her, beats her down, and then turns around and Io Sky starts attacking her from behind, pulls her close enough for the cage for Bailey to fucking crank the whole goddamn door into her head. From there, they drug her into the ring.
Beat
They,
the
as in
dog shit out
the
of her.
three of them, drug Becky Lynch into the ring, beat the piss out of her, locked themselves in the cage with her, beat her up some more.
Climb the cage.
They did the finishers on her, their finisher moves and shit. The staff, the refs running down, the little peon, bald-headed manager guy took him 20 minutes to fucking snap the goddamn the padlock off the steel cage and get it open. By then, they're already
Well,
all
he
three
cut
of
the
them.
chain.
I know, but it took him 30 minutes, bro. He's a peon. They're all, far on top of the cage, jumping down by the time the refs get in there, and they're dipping, gone.
Didn't someone back in the day rip the fucking door off the cage?
I feel like there's been quite a few things. The whole door got blown off.
I remember someone
the whole
got locked
side
in
wall
and
has
dude
been
came,
blown off. a
ripped the
couple
door
times.
off, walked in, and beat the shit out of everybody.
The Miz and R-Truth invaded a Hell in a Cell match once. It's happened quite a few times. Where are we at next? Which
Alright,
one was next?
So after
And we
that-
assume that would be setting up a pay-per-view match, maybe between
it's gonna be
Bailey and Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble.
See, I would like, and if Becky Lynch, if you ever watch this, that was the worst fight I've ever seen. They had no right to jump you like that. That is some major, utter bullshit. Even if it is just written onto it for
Scripted,
WWE,
yeah.
I don't. We were excited to see you actually. I'm sorry, Bailey's cool.
I wanted Bailey to
But
win.
Becky, I love you, girl. Like, you are the bitch of WWE. I love it. I want to see you get the belt back, honestly.
Like,
he likes Ronda Rousey. I like Becky Lynch.
Okay, now that Ronda Rousey's entered the tag team division with her Shayna Baszler, they're going to be the next women's tag team.
Is that what you're waiting for?
For sure. But right now, SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Raw Women's Champion is the girl with the real long hair. Not a fan of her.
Becca? Was it Becca?
No, it's Becky Lynch.
No, Becky Lynch is the Irish chick.
I don't know her name, Kelso.
Redhead girl. That's Becky
I know
Lynch.
who Becky is. I don't know that girl.
I thought it started with a B.
I can't think of her name because I don't care for her. The girl with the real long hair, she kind of looks...
The chick with pecs,
Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah.
Bianca Belair.
But,
she has more pecs than I do. Bigger biceps than me, but...
Another...
Who is she fighting? She's going into the Royal Rumble to face...
Alexa Bliss.
She's going to the Royal Rumble to face Alexa Bliss.
I hope she wins
for the Raw Women's title. Go Alexa Bliss.
I hope you get that for sure.
I don't think it's been announced that Charlotte Flair... I don't know who she's fighting for the title at the Rumble.
I think eventually something's going to lead up or Ronda Rousey.
Well, we got 3 days. No, Ronda Rousey's already stated that she held a championship long enough. She wants to go to the women's tag team division with Shayna Baszler. So that's what they got their sights set on, is the women's tag team champions. I didn't even know the women were women's tag team champions. Oh, yeah, Dakota Kai and... Oh, my God, that would be a rough day for those two.
I would honestly like to see that. I think they could tear the women's tag team division up, honestly.
Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Damage Control. Well, that'd be a rough day for those two girls.
Hey, that would give Becky Lynch time to just have to worry about Bayley because the other two are going to be getting too...
They're heels. That's what I mean. I don't know how they would put 2 heels against 2 heels. That wouldn't work properly.
But I feel like either way, if Ronda Rousey, her friend, and then the other two fight, Ronda Rousey and her girl got beat the shit out of the other two enough where they can't fuck with Becky Lynch that much. So then all she's got to do is worry about fucking Bayley up. Sorry, Bayley. I like you as a person. You're a really good person. But as a wrestler, I want to see you get your ass whooped.
It's clearly been depicted. They obviously jump in every time she wrestles her because she's not going to be able to
But Ronda Rousey can put her ass in.
I'm talking about Becky Lynch and Bayley.
Oh.
That's why those two girls jump in every time they fight, wrestle, is because she probably couldn't do it by herself. That's how it's scripted to look, obviously. So... you can look forward to probably watching Becky Lynch beat Bayley at a pay-per-view in the near future. Kelso probably can look forward to that.
I like Bayley more wrestling when she had the whole happy girl, the good girl. I understand with the scripts, or even if they were just actually being asses.
We wanted a match at least. Like, it's one thing to interfere in a match. Like, they were fighting for 15 minutes, and she was about to get over the cage, and those two ran down and fucked it up. That would have been one thing, bro, but for the match not even to happen. One of the highlighted matches I look forward to covering. Not even ring a fucking bell. The whole cage come down slow and shit. 45 seconds of my life watching that cage go down, like, oh yeah, it's about to go down.
To see just straight up annihilation and carnage for nothing.
Come on, man. That was fucked up, you guys.
Like,
dick move.
That was a real dick move.
Dick
for
move.
Real. I'm crossing that out because he's not here. Alright,
yeah, cross out everything we talk about right here because that's,
Okay, what about,
a lot of new scripts for...
What's your favorite food?
The DX thing. That was a no match, though. DX made a return. They were too old and frail to fight.
That's bullshit. No,
that's what they
Triple H said, I'm retired. This nigga said, I'm retired. Bro.
Nobody wanted to smoke with Intercontinental Champion.
Then they all try to punt it off on Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle will fight him. What? No, I won't.
Kurt Angle then pawns it off on Seth Rollins and Street Profits.
But this motherfucker had 3 shirts on. He had his shirt on that he tore off into a DX shirt. And then they were going to make that be a test for him to be a part of DX to fight. And he said, fuck that, no. And then they got the 3 other guys come out to fight. And he's like, we need a ref. He's like, oh, I got a shirt for that. Takes his second shirt off and he's got a fucking ref shirt on.
A Kurt Angle red, white, and blue stripe special ref shirt too. Like.
And he's just...
Watch the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. It was good.
We're
about to transition topics now. I need your pen.
One second. I want to say one more thing about that
before we leave WWE.
I was excited for them to do some stuff, but I was disappointed in the fight. I mean, I'm sorry. Seth Rollins is one of the only people that his name's out there, but they put him with a shit ton of nobodies that I don't even know. Like, they can jump though. At least they can jump over the fucking rope. The one dude, what the fuck? I can't think of his name.
The Street Profits. That's all I know.
But the one dude tried to do a move over the
those
top ring, and he didn't even do the fucking jump right. He got caught on the fucking thing.
That was not the Street Profits.
His foot didn't touch anybody, but the whole crowd falls, and it's just like, the fuck did I just watch, bro? That was the worst fight I've ever seen. At least everyone else is making it over the top rope when they're trying to perform their moves.
Yeah, you guys got to get those guys.
And then that same dude got pissed off at everyone.
They were cracking
on the rope. Yeah, they were all just cracking.
We covered that in our first video.
Over the rope, like.
We covered that in our first video, actually.
Yeah, I'm just. Anyway. We can transition topics if you want now. I just had to get that off my chest. Like, that drove me nuts.
What are we going to?
I'll let you pick this one because I definitely want to do WWE. We can ask them some questions. We can do tattoo talk, band talk.
No, let's go here. Let's go.
Looking for Xbox. Okay.
Okay, 31.
So
Call of Duty,
Modern Warfare 2.0,
Warzone or whatever.
Warzone. Yep. Oh, we might be having a star guest show up. Thank you, Love Bug. He is an old coworker of ours from Bubba's.
Not else. Special guest star in my house.
So now, anyway, we'll be looking for allies. If you play Xbox, whatever, or it is cross compatible with PC and shit. Me and him are looking for people to play with for Modern Warfare 2.0.
I play Call of Duty World War II.
I play GTA.
We play GTA 5. We play Cache games. Ghost is Daddy. Is my gamertag Ghost is Daddy 420 or Ghost is Daddy? That's Ghost is Daddy or Ghost is Daddy 420. We'll have our gamer tags in the description of this video. But Call of Duty Warzone, it's like a Fortnite styled.
It's better than Fortnite. Don't say.
I say
Fortnite.
styled because you pick up, you collect loot. That's Fortnite shit. You do all the stuff that I dislike the game Fortnite for. But the game, when you got a good partner or two to play with, I do think it's a decent game. Like, it is quite skillful. The people on there are dicks.
They made
the gas circles.
They made the game be way more realistic than what Fortnite was, because you can go in houses. Yeah, you got that gas growing on you, but it's like you can do shit that you could actually do in a war in anywhere.
Finding other people's guns, the money they might have had on them, their C4 grenade, whatever mace, whatever the fuck they
jumping off fucking big ass roofs,
with your
getting in choppers, cars. It's crazy. Then we just got a whole bunch of games, and if you want our gamer tags or whatever, we're gonna be putting them down here. Just shoot us a message on what games you guys play, or add anybody. We just need we want to interact more with our viewers, and we're gonna be getting new controllers, new headsets soon, so that way we can all actually communicate, and it'd be cool to reach around the world and talk to new people. We can even reach around the world. We can make a video with everyone while communicating. You know what I mean? We
might be able to add a separate playlist to our channel, gaming, where we talk about the newest games coming out. We're at the bottom of the mountain. When you're at the bottom of the mountain, you can do anything. We're at the start of a new road. What this road contains, as far as things along the way, is up for you to discuss. As much as we want your input, just as much as I make these notes, as we do our research, as we bring you this news and these weather forecasts. We're going to give you guys everything we have. We hope you can do it back. We'd love to play games with you guys. Whatever. You want to go to something else?
Yeah. This isn't on here right now, but I do want to talk about something we've been watching lately. 34. We've been watching that 90s show. And I I like it so far, honestly. It's funny. They've got the same kind of vibes they did from that 70s show.
Yeah, I was about to say, for the people that aren't familiar with 90s show, it is a spin-off sequel featuring a lot of the same recurrent characters from that 70s show.
All grown up
Fez, and, you know, they got the high-styled female stuff. We're only like 5 episodes in, but we just started watching it. It's 2023, just dropped on Netflix. You guys have Netflix, give it a fucking watch. If you haven't seen that 70s show, definitely give that a watch. You'll see
You can
Don
watch
and
the
Eric
70s show on Peacock.
and Hulu. Not Hulu, Peacock.
Yeah, Peacock.
Peacock, not Hulu.
Other stuff, you have to pay for it. And if you're trying to watch on Amazon Prime Video, you're going to have to pay like $30 a season.
Dick.
So,
Amazon Prime.
get Peacock. Just get Peacock, bro. It is like $10 a month, but you get so much shit.
And you'll get free viewing of Saturday's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, live.
Peacock. Shout out to fucking Peacock, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Peacock.
Hulu, you can watch WWE, the current videos after, like a day or two after they drop it. Peacock, you can watch live events.
You can watch
only main events, though. Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, pay-per-view shit.
Yeah.
So,
Monday Night Raw.
shout out to my uncle for that. He told me about Peacock, so.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw airs at 9 on Monday. You can watch it on Peacock, between 7:30 and 9 a.m. the very next morning, Tuesday morning. So Monday Night Raw has become Tuesday Morning Raw for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tuesday Morning Raw, baby.
Oh, I got a question for you guys.
Now, are we transitioning out of the 90s show topic?
Yeah, I wanted to. I didn't have it written.
Cross
oh,
it.
you did.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't want to get too detailed with that 90s show. I just wanted to give it a little shout out because it's been giving some really good vibes. I've loved it so far. The only other thing I want to say is the little Korean kid that's in there, the chubby one. Shout out to you, bro.
Dude's
You got the whole Fez vibe to you, and I love it.
It's awesome.
Absolutely love
Shout
it.
out to Fez.
Yeah, bro, Fez.
Fez,
He's moving up.
Now, for the people that are not familiar, like I said, you gotta really go back through the show. Fez is probably one of the funniest characters on the show. He brings the whole cast. He brings that foreign, random, not stupid, but anything goes, because he doesn't really know very much at the time he's first introducing the show.
It's a good day.
He tells Eric's mom in a proud, happy way, like, your son is a whore.
Yeah.
Because he thought it meant something not good.
Yeah.
Because they're all calling Kelso a man whore. Not this Kelso.
Back in the day before I met my beautiful wifey. But, no, I was Kelso 100%. I got my nickname because I got hella high. I went around. If I would have had a book and written the names of all the women, I would have a book. I was a hoe, and I'm surprised I ain't got no STDs about it. Lucky me. But now I am a married man. I'm happy to be with my woman.
Shout out to Missy.
Yeah, shout out to my woman, Missy.
She's usually our notes creator and helps us along the way with technical difficulties. And
oh, yeah, she's smart as fuck, I tell you what.
Cash, they have other things. As I told you guys in the last podcast, I am getting more technically advanced. I have now figured out the analytics and how to see your guys' comments and approve them as they come in. And I'm trying to get around. I don't have to want to approve comments. I want them to naturally fucking flow on there. Obviously, please don't use racial slurs or anything in our comments. Don't attack each other. This is a family we're trying to create. I saw other commenters of ours, like, talking within themselves to each other. I like that. You guys talking to each other, you guys getting to know each other, getting to know us, talking to us. That's cool. And, this is not a discriminative podcast. I don't care if you're black, white, you're pink, you're purple, you're Chinese, you're white, you're, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. You're bisexual, you're straight, you're transgender. I don't give a shit. I don't judge anybody. Do your own thing, be your own person. Just because I don't, partake or swing that way, that doesn't say anyone's not the free will person to do whatever they want. We will bring humor. If we offend anybody with any jokes, I do jokes subtly about heavier topics, If Who doesn't make a good Jew joke here or there? You know what I mean? But
well, uncle can be Jewish whenever you're trying to do a job for him.
You know, it's. I have close friends that are Jews. You know, I have close friends that have HIV. I make jokes about it.
That's just how it is. You know.
I apologize if I offend anybody. Let me know if jokes you specifically don't. You know, I'll try to do my best. This is for the viewers, as I said. This isn't a fuck you guys. We're doing what we want. If people watch what they do, if they don't, fuck them. We're trying to bring content that people can like, that people can relate to, that people can watch. In a good time, a bad time, or a busy time, a bored time, a happy time, a sad time. It don't matter. We're here. This is a fucking PKR podcast. Wednesday, January 25th, 2023, episode 3. Co-host, Paul Cruz. Special guest host,
Kelso Kerwin.
Also known as Kelso Irwin.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I love that. That made me feel special inside when she said that.
Again, I forgot. I can't remember the name of the person that commented. You know who the fuck you are. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
It was Scotty something.
It was Skylar Marie 7534, I think.
Oh, so I want all of you to. I'm gonna put down my Facebook or something eventually, and I want you guys to private message me funny videos of your animals, and I'm gonna start doing this thing called funny video of the week, funny animal video of the week, basically. So if you guys got any funny animal videos and you want to send them to us, we will go over them and share a couple of them. The top 3 that we think are the funniest, we'll share, and then I will pick the main animal of the week out of both of them. You and me will talk about it and decide which one we like the most.
Funny,
so
cute,
top 3 videos,
crazy, send it all.
Top 3 videos will be shared on our live, and top 1 will be the one we talked the most about. So, just send us funny videos.
Instagram or your...
Here, I'll give them my Instagram. Well, I can do my reptile Facebook or Instagram or whatever. It don't really matter because it's all reptile stuff on my stuff. Let's go with...
Post the links first. Post the links in the comment description below. We'll try to go through and watch all of them.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Or send them to...
That's my Instagram.
Reptidad420. This Instagram page. The official Instagram page. Kelso Kerwin. It is REPTIDAD420. That's Reptidad420. The official Instagram of Kelso Kerwin. Please send all your videos, funny, wild, crazy, to us, or drop the link in the comment section below. And your chance to be Animal of the Week. We'll mention you. We'll throw your name out there. Maybe you can get some followers or whatever.
Then you guys can also add, if you would like, you can add this Facebook for it makes it easier for you guys to message me at Kelso Kerwin. It'll have a picture of my monitor and me. That's the easiest way to go about it. I have just made it, so you guys can all add me, text me ideals on the show and everything. It'll have Bonnie on my shoulder. You'll see the background of my trailer and everything. There should be my Georgia one because we'll be moving in Georgia in like 5-6 months. So that's the one you guys want to add. Right now we're in Toledo, Ohio, temporarily. So let's talk a little bit. Alright, so let's see. Let me cross that out real quick. Now that they know about the funny video of the week. And
Still your plan. What are we going to next?
I kind of want to go on the subject of, well, let's see here. Okay, let me ask you something. And this goes for you, the audience as well. What kind of animal would you guys choose to fight?
Oh, boy.
Like, if you had to fight an animal for I don't know, you were swimming you had to fight a shark, or if you were walking through the woods and a bear popped up and you had to fight a bear, what animal would you guys want to have to fight?
Okay, now I feel like...
Oh.
Let me see that.
My wife just gave us a little note to talk to you guys real quick. She wants us to say to everyone to drive safely.
There was a snowstorm here, a bad snowstorm. Richie the fucking dick Rich was supposed to bring you our weather update.
But his tooth hurts.
But his little baby tooth hurts, so he fucked off. So we're gonna... I'll do a short with you guys later. We'll take you outside, show you what it's like to snow. We're gonna bring you the animals here after this video. We're gonna introduce you to them. Mm-hmm. So we got a lot to do today. But your question, as I was gonna say to begin with, there were a couple of like factors I feel like that play into this. How many factors do you get to like indicate? Like per se, somebody wanted to fight a fucking shark. Is a shark toothless?
No.
Can it only like fucking crunch you? It can't like stab you. It can only break your bones.
It's an all-out.
Maybe the shark can slap you with his fins. How much water are you in? Are you in the ocean?
I'm talking about a real controller?
Are you in the ocean or are you in like a 5-foot tall tank of water?
It'd be in the ocean. Like I'm talking about real life scenario.
If you could be in a shark tank with 5 fucking foot of water.
I mean,
punching the shit out of it.
Are you gonna be at the zoo?
What's the size of the shark?
It's just, I don't know. You'd have to be specific on the type of shark that would pop up on you.
I don't think people are gonna want to pick a fucking shark though.
It's an example, Paul.
Yeah. I get it.
So it's like, if you had to randomly come across an animal in a real life scenario, what would you more than likely rather it be that you would have to fight?
Well, let's talk about some animals that I know I would beat the shit out of.
Cats and dogs don't count. That's
a big vulture, like a vulture, I would beat the fuck out of a vulture.
Well, anyone can beat the fuck out of a vulture. I mean, it's going to get you pretty good a few times with them big-ass talons, but in the end, if you grab it, you can snap its fucking neck.
A bobcat, I would beat the shit out of a bobcat.
What a full-grown bobcat.
Well,
you gotta think, a bobcat, yeah, they might not be too big, but them fuckers can still jump, and they got razor sharp claws and razor sharp teeth, and they are still like
he might get a good little fuck up on me, but when he charges me, and I punch him fucking square in his nose, or when I get a hold of him, I'm gonna like jab my fingers in his eyes. I'm gonna bite him by his cock and balls. He's not gonna, you know what I mean? He's not gonna beat me. I would beat the shit out of a bobcat. A mountain lion? Probably not the same thing. A lion, a panther.
You're gonna die.
If we could declaw,
or
put some boxing gloves on him so he couldn't cut me, only like punch me.
Real life scenario.
I would fight it. I wouldn't be scared to fight a lion.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I ain't wearing no boxing gloves.
If you put some boxing gloves on a gorilla, I'd fight it.
That's just giving it more of a weapon at that point. You know how strong them fuckers are?
Yeah, but you know how sharp their fucking claws are?
They don't got they got fingernails.
Long ones.
Not really.
Yeah,
really. As long as my middle one.
Pablo Escobar dipping the fucking nail in the coke nails. They have. Trust me.
No, it's like my fingernail.
Look at those big greasy bastards. One animal I would fight, huh? That'd be an interesting choice. That'd be a fucking I'd fight a kangaroo.
That'd be funny as fuck to see.
I'd sign a contract to fight a kangaroo.
Talking about kangaroos, there was a dude who he had to fight. He actually had to fight a kangaroo because his dog went at it and it got him in a headlock. And the dude got off his truck, came up to this kangaroo, punched it in the jaw. Is shocked at like, what the fuck just happened? Let's go with the dog, and he takes his dog and walks back to the truck. And the kangaroos is sitting there like,
I'd fight
what the fuck?
I'd fight a kangaroo. I think I could beat a kangaroo. Maybe.
You think you could be a kangaroo? I think that'd be an interesting match. I think in some parts of the world they used to actually do that shit.
What animal would you fight?
Huh? What animal would I fight?
Maybe an owl. I'd fucking fight an owl too.
I would want to fight something that's close to being humanish, but not overpowered. I wouldn't fight a gorilla. I would not fight a chimpanzee.
How about a baboon? Fight a baboon?
I would not. No, them motherfuckers are just as bad. Dude, them teeth are like this.
Yeah, but you know how fucking hard it's gonna be for him to get him into you.
Not that hard.
He can't. He's got to grab you to bite you.
And they are strong.
And then you fucking elbow in the eye.
I would not fight a baboon. I would, honestly, as fucked as this sounds, I'd fight a squirrel. Bro, I fought a squirrel and them fuckers ain't no joke. Them motherfuckers get up in your pant leg, bite your legs.
You heard it first here. Kelso versus a squirrel. I'm fighting kangaroos and gorillas and baboons and the big bad tough shit. This fucking guy's out in the backyard trying to stomp out a gorilla.
A gorilla?
Whack a gorilla. He's trying to whack-a-mole a squirrel in the fucking backyard.
Look, bro, you can say what you want. Squirrels ain't no hoes, bro. Like, them motherfuckers are fast. They're small. Where you can't really hit them or shit, bro.
Think you could beat a raccoon in a fight? Fuck, how would you kill it, bro? I've seen people hit those fuckers with baseball bats. And
I've seen them hit them with a shovel.
They just keep coming at you.
They don't give a fuck, bro. They're like pit bulls of the fucking rodent world, bro.
They might be able to kill somebody, you think? If there's
more than one, maybe.
If you're pitted in a cage where you gotta go with that motherfucker.
How big's this cage? Like, you can stand up all on your legs?
Like
or
a
is
jail
it like,
cell.
Okay. The best thing you could
grab
possibly
it, right? And, try to crush its neck.
Like, if someone put you in there for a life or death scenario, I'd grab that fucker's tail and just...
Oh my god, no way.
Bite me today!
Yeah, it's gonna fuck you up before you get a hold of his tail at least a couple times, though.
Yeah, no shit.
And
And if they can have rabies, bro.
Oh, gnawing into you and shit. Fuck, that'd be rough.
Nah, I couldn't.
I get the adrenaline. Once he started biting you and scratching you, yeah, as soon as I got a hold of him, you're fucking dead.
Nah, I'd do what Abe Lincoln did.
I'd bounce that motherfucker off the counter so many times.
I'm gonna be the next Abe Lincoln, you know what? I'm gonna go fight a bear.
Could you choke it?
Do they even have necks? Like, them motherfuckers are fat and round.
They breathe. They breathe. They have to have an airway that's crushable. I'm telling you that right now.
Bullshit, because I've seen people with no fucking necks, bro. Their shit's like, eh.
You give me a fucking neck and I can slice that motherfucker. Or you give me a knife and I can slice that motherfucker, I promise.
What, his shin?
The fucking raccoon? I don't know, bro.
The
best way you'd have is literally grabbing that fucker and bouncing that motherfucker off of everything.
I mean, they have a throat, but, like, they don't really have any necks. So it's like, what are you really trying to grab?
Just, like, shove your hand down its fucking throat and just rip its fucking...
Bro,
oh, no, bro.
I don't see that working out well. I see that
if you got your hand,
jumping down.
If you got your hand in its mouth, I don't think... Are their mouths big enough to, like, go over your fist easy?
Not easy, but they can definitely stick their shit in you.
Keep fucking cramming it down there, bro.
I know at a certain point, like, if you get, like, back here where there's no teeth...
like, fucking pry its mouth open? Like, I don't know how big a full-size raccoon would be.
They get pretty fucking big,
Is that bigger
bro.
than, like Otis?
Full-grown raccoon without the tail is like this.
No. Not that big.
I've seen some massive fucking
Not that
raccoons,
big,
bro, yeah.
I've seen some fat ones, like, tall like that, off the table, but I don't know about long like that, bro.
No, I'm talking about the full body, like, including being rounded from how fat they are. Oh, speaking of poofiness, here's a little comment. Our little handsome boy. He likes to scream and cry until people hold him.
I'm sure they probably heard him right there just now. He walked up to the table and let it know. And he's like, why are you dicks out here talking about stomping squirrels out? I'd find a comment, cutie.
No kissing? Oh, you're such a handsome boy.
Where are we going to go to next?
So now that we're done talking about fucking squirrels up, let's see. Let's talk about a little bit about the Georgia. What's some of the stuff you hope we see in Georgia?
Stuff we hope I see, or just talk to me about Georgia?
Like, so Georgia's got bears. Georgia's got some really beautiful land where we can camp on and shit. Like, what's some of the stuff we want to do when we get to Georgia? Because I'm excited. The pot laws are beyond strict and will have to be on the down low without, being fucked up.
Yeah.
But, I kind of, when I went to Georgia over the summer, bro, we went and I saw, the fucking, Georgia's aquarium. That shit was fucking awesome, bro. Expensive, but I fucking loved it. I saw 4 albino alligators, bro. That shit was sick.
Alligators?
So sick, yeah. You know how expensive those are? Oh my god.
I'm about to Google one, though.
So they can go from an albino alligator can be from like 1,200 to like 7,000.
Albino alligator.
What the fuck?
It's called albino alligator.
Then Let's see.
Oh, decent.
Is that the video from yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, I see Richie. Okay. But you see how beautiful that is, bro? An albino alligator, bro. I would love to have one. I used to have an alligator. You were here for that. And because
our alligator was about that big.
Yeah, she'd be that big now, yeah.
That's another albino alligator.
But because it's a felony charge in Georgia, I had to sell my alligator, sadly. It hurt my heart a little bit. And another thing I want to do is I want to go on a hunting trip when we get to Georgia. Once your stuff is taken care of and you can have a firearm, I want you and me to go hunting. I think that'll be fun and unique and interesting. We can bring home food for all the animals. And you like camping, right?
Anything. Let me see your pen real quick.
Yeah, you keep that one. I got this blue one.
Okay. So anything. Apologies for the people fucking bearing through this. Let me write this shit down.
Well,
So anything as far as like outdoors go, like wildlife, animals. I was in the Boy Scouts for like a long time. I like Pinewood Derby cars, camping. We did all that shit. We used to go to Camp Miaconda that's here in our city. Have you ever been to Camp Miaconda? Really?
I think so.
Yeah, they used to fucking take us. We'd go out. We had a little camp, bunk beds and shit. A little like barracks almost set up in the woods and
See, when I was camping,
have corn mazes for Halloween. And it was pretty fucking decent.
that's pretty dope.
And
Every
then-
time I'd camp, I was camping in a tent.
Yeah, I was about to say, and as we got older, like a boy and like their guardian, we'd all meet up out in the woods and pitch tents and fucking do it for real. Have a little fire and grab logs and sit on the logs around a little campfire and, build stones to make a little fire pit. Like, we used to fucking go out there and do that shit. Remember when we had the spot?
Yep.
The fucking spot, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to take you out there one day. That would be a fucking video. We could go sit out there. Film a video?
We'd have a lot of work cut out.
Yeah, is it bad? Get back
It
there?
grows bad every year when we ain't back there putting work into it and clearing it out.
Yeah. How long has it been?
And I think someone might own the property.
Really? So then I have to talk to him, see if we can get back there.
Maybe, yeah.
Tell him I used to fucking weed whack it. We'll take care of the property, maybe if they'll let us, to a degree.
If they let us, yeah. I remember some kids fucked up back there and left it trashed and everything.
Yep. Now you brought up camping. Why'd you bring up camping?
Well,
In Georgia.
I just thought I'm a big camper. I love camping. That's like my pride and joy type shit. And if we can find someone that can babysit the animals for a day or two, we can go out deep camping, pinch a big old tent, bring some bud and shit that we can have hidden. And it would be cool if we can make it be a longer thing where we can make it be a hunting / camping trip. That would be fucking awesome. Then that's just the type of shit I've always enjoyed doing, We can take some fishing pools.
I was about
go
to say,
fishing,
find a
too,
little river,
like-
go fishing, bro.
Mhm.
Fucking go out to the valley or something, We can go to one of those big fucking parks.
I'm definitely a big time camper. I love
Since
it.
Kelso touched the name Georgia, do got to give a shout out to the 2023 college football national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. Fuck you, TCU, and fuck the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I hope my grandpa watches this so he can say, fuck you.
Who won, Grandpa? Who won? Not Ohio State? Ooh.
Alright, let's see here. Let's talk base. Let's reach low bases with our home situation.
What do you mean?
So, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of Bonnie and Clyde real quick, So, I'm thinking what we can do. I can probably bring Bonnie out for a minute, and we can explain the ups and downs. Keep it short. We'll explain the ups and downs about them and why you should not try to pet them after giving them bloodied food. And I'll let you talk more about that subject.
Suck a dick, Kelso.
Fuck! Or we can come back. Do you want to do that?
Go grab it, Kelso.
Alright, well, while I go grab...
Make it spiffy!
While I go grab this beautiful girl...
Hand me that piece of paper right there.
This one?
Yeah.
I will let my co-host of the day...
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Orloff Diluted Vodka. To Jalen's 151 Vodka, the official drink of Paul Cruz. Quick shout out to Breeze Vape Pens, Below Vape Pens, the official vape of Paul Cruz. And just so you wonder why I didn't say of us, because Kelso doesn't really drink the liquor and he doesn't smoke vapes. So
that has to be very certain liquor for me.
So, a quick NFC 49ers versus the Eagles. That's going to be a playoff game. Bengals versus the Chiefs. That'll be another playoffs game to lead to the Super Bowl. Billboard's Top 100. Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero. That song is currently at number 1 right now. And another song you guys might know, I'm Good, David Guetta, and I think her name's like BB Rexha, or how the fuck you say that, because I don't know. Sorry if I butchered your name. But give those 2 songs a listen to. They're on the Billboard Top 100. Number 1, Anti-Hero. Number 4, I'm Good. Give them a listen to. So Kelso is currently into the process of getting Asian water monitor Bonnie.
She's a little wet.
Oh, Jesus. Keep her on the camera right here if you could. Now tell... Fuck! Now tell the people about her.
So this is Bonnie. She's roughly about 4-5 foot. She's just a curious girl, so she's wet. She just came from the pool. And, ooh, with these claws.
Yeah.
Are like razor sharp.
See how sweet she is, the pet, obviously. She's definitely a sweet girl. So what had happened... This is the girl, by the way, that marked me for life. So...
Yeah, put her back up a little bit.
Yeah. So what had happened with that was... We were feeding, I was hand-feeding her, barehanded, because gloves are for pussies. Or in my case, people don't know what the fuck they're doing. I was only, a couple drinks in, a little bit of dope in, and feeding her, doing my thing. She was taking the food, I'm stretching it out a little bit, feeding it to her by the tail end, how you're supposed to, like, per se, this was a piece of meat, you want to grab it by the tip, and... So, I was doing it barehanded, as I said. So, the fucking steak juices, and it was fish juices, and... Kelso, grab a napkin so I can wipe this table off if you could. So,
Where do we have a napkin, Paul?
I don't know, I just found a piece of paper, or toilet paper right here. Bathroom, maybe. So yeah, I had the juices, marinating all over my hands and whatnot. She just finished, swallowing a piece of steak, so I... took the liberty. She was eating so good, so sweet. I was going to pet her. Say, oh, how sweet, girl. I, one finger to the top of the head because I didn't want to alert her or anything because I was already, very close to her and my feet down by her face and everything. I didn't want to make her jump or nervous or anything. Go to pet her and boom, she cracked me. 2 things you don't want to do in that situation are barehanded is fine. Make sure the food's proper distance so you don't get bit. Make sure you don't pet any reptile with steak, fish, meat, any food juices marinating on your fucking hands. Especially one-fingered. Maybe with the knuckles or something, sure. Not going to be as bad. But, hey, it's better than one finger how I fucking do, let me tell you that. Things to avoid.
Well, with Bonnie's
case... Hold on, give me 1 second here. Another thing. If you find yourself in that predicament, you don't use gloves, you want to pet them and whatnot, when they clamp onto you, I did not pull her, I didn't jerk, I actually, when she cracked me, I looked away real quick, I looked back at her, her holding my finger in her mouth, she looks at me, and then just kind of let go. Started gushing blood everywhere, I didn't jerk away, I didn't, pull or yell or holler or move quickly, It was just a quick pinch. It's over before you know it. It's like getting a fucking IV or a shot. But it still hurts very badly right now. Kelso, now, start telling the people And if it wasn't for the liquor, I might have jerked. That could have been a lot worse. I was calm. I was relaxed. So I stayed totally still, and my finger's pretty fucking decent.
Instead of him having chunks ripped off his finger, he's just got a couple holes. Quick little puncture holes. But,
they hurt bad, don't get me wrong.
Their teeth are curved a little bit. They come in like meat hooks almost. And they're razor sharp. So if
now, when you say they, what are you talking about?
The Asian water monitors, Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde's taking a nap underneath the tarp, so that's why I did not get him out. A little bit later, I will show you guys Mango, which is just a little fella. But Clyde is exactly like Bonnie, just slimmer and longer. He's the male.
Yeah, I personally cannot tell the difference between the two after
Kelso. Whenever he does manage to come out, I'll show you and them, but the best way to tell those two apart, look at the face. Clyde's got much more dark lines, like this, going down the side of his face, while Bonnie's, it's kind of like, just very light and small. So, whenever we get those out, just look at Clyde's face. That's the best way to tell. Clyde looks like if he cracks you, he's gonna crack you good. He's the one that, when he got me, he did not let go for about 15 minutes. And I had to sit there with my head down, finger out, while he's just, no, not my finger, it was my thumb. While he's just got the whole side of my thumb latched in his mouth. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, this fucking hurts.
Yeah, you
but it didn't hurt near as bad as having a pit bull go completely through my hand. I mean, I could see the sun rays from the back of my hand.
Yeah.
That sucked.
There are rights and wrongs, to everything. There's good ways to do everything. There's bad ways to do everything. If you know what you're doing,
Even if you know what you're doing, sometimes you still get bit. Here's the biggest law with owning exotic animals you need to know. If it's got teeth, if it's got claws, there is a possibility of it getting a hold of you. Mm-hmm. And that's not good, but accidents happen.
I was about to say, accidents happen if factors are left unattended. If things are ignored, preparing to an accident. So, in my case, I was drinking. Accident number 1. A couple of other things could have been prevented. That's not a single factor that led to it. But multiple factors lead to an accident. Drinking, not wearing gloves, not knowing what I'm doing, and, well, the not knowing what I'm doing comes with, having juices all over my hand, trying to pet her with one finger. Cachet factors come into play there. Obviously, that wouldn't happen to him because he would not engage in a variety of factors, which I did not do.
Well, I believe in learning on the job. You get experience through your mistakes. That's why I was just letting you do your thing, you know? I tried to tell you a couple times that you're going to end up getting bit if you don't do it right, and, well, you did the feeding right.
I was about to say, the funniest thing about it was I fed her totally good, and, I just made a stupid mistake when I was done.
Oh, I'm a petter. Mm-hmm. Chomp! And from what I seen on his finger, she got him right here and right here.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, one right here, one right there, and one right there.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, since you felt the full thing. On 1 to 10, how fast did that hit you? When did you realize, man, this fucking hurts?
Oh, when I was in the bathroom, worried about if she was okay or not.
Yeah, I think she's fine.
When she dropped the hydrogen peroxide on it.
Listen, buddy, as soon as you left...
That's when it knocked on me.
As soon as you walked away, she went back to eating. She did not give a rat's ass, bro.
Well, why would she,
She was fine. She's just like, huh, dumbass. Ooh, food. Fleeing some fish all over the place. So, now when we do our next video today, when we get done with this, it'll be more educational. This will be more stuff for you guys to learn about and everything. This is for kids and etc. But
it will be for kids. This is not for kids.
So, with that, I'm also going to give you prices and everything because we are going to be breeding stuff. So when you guys want or feel like you're up for a challenge and want something crazy, just contact me. And when I have some babies and shit going, as long as you're willing to pay, because they're not cheap. They're not. They get big. They get over like 7 to 8 foot. So you got to be ready to put money, and it's like a full-time job, just like this right here we're doing will be, just like me working at FedEx is. So we'll talk more about them. You guys will all meet Bonnie, Clyde, and Mango in our next video. Bonnie's just one of the most chill ones. She's the best one to work with for this particular podcast because she's just so relaxed, she's so laid back, she's so chill. Clyde would shit anywhere, everywhere, and run all over the place. Mango, same exact shit. So, that's the little stallion in there. But anyway, so I'm changing the subject now. Let's talk about what's some of the good animes that we've been watching, Paul. What's some of the list that we want to... And what's one anime we want to go back and watch eventually?
Okay, now we covered animes in our first video, so I briefly remember, as far as such from that video to now, we haven't really gotten into anything new. We've been focused on Warzone, you know, trying to play games and get back into work, Kelso has, and transition, and just do a variety and maintain taking care of animals and ourselves and feeding ourselves and, you know, maintaining ourselves and whatnot. So we are going to be getting more into a new anime hopefully soon. But I do believe we touched on Berserk. We touched on Blood Sea. Those couple of Chainsaw Man we touched on. I don't know if we touched on the newer episodes we watched yet. But that's something you guys will have to go do some research into yourselves before we ruin anything ongoing, per se.
We're going to have to rewatch Chainsaw Man because I don't remember
Blood
most of the recent
Sea,
ones. Besides a lot of people getting fucked up in.
I would not be opposed to watching Blood Sea again. I would not be opposed to watching Berserk again. They're very decent animes, you know.
Mm-hmm. Berserk started off slow in the first two movies,
sure.
but it still had a very good story. It had some really good points, but then when you get into the new movie and the animated series...
The Blood Sea movie was fucking next generation, Saya.
The end of the series was really fucked. I mean, wild. The only thing I want to say on that is the man
it'll blow your face off. That's how wild it is.
Yeah, literally. It's like saying me trying to chase my wife down and she blows half my face off. That's the best scenario to put it to.
You know? It is a fucking nut grabber every episode. The first 6 are like, you understand what's going on and you get confused, and the 7th one hits and it knocks you off your fucking chair how confused you are. Mm-hmm. And the 8th and 9th ones, 10th one, 11th one, 12th one, they don't make things any easier. The 12th one takes your whole chair and throws it out the fucking window. Knocks you out of the chair, picks the chair up, throws it out of the airplane. That's how wild it is. That's what I got for that.
Have you watched Parasite?
Yeah, we've watched some of it together. I've been doing a lot of reading about it. I think we could get into it. It might be something.
That might be something we start together. I've only seen about, I don't know, 6 episodes. I've never... At first, when I was younger, I thought it was kind of something that might be retarded. I mean, you're talking to something that's living in your body that tried to kill you.
Yeah.
So... I couldn't have gotten into it then. I might try getting into it now because a lot of stuff as I get older I am starting to watch and get into.
Now, does it touch base on why the things are in their bodies and shit?
Yeah, actually, the first episode shows you. Yeah, it tells you everything in the show. So, from what I somewhat remember, it's like you have a little drill that shoots into you, and it's supposed to try going for your brain, I believe. And it takes complete control, but this guy, like, put a thing around his arm to cut off the flow. And so it matured and grew up into his arm, and it just owns his arm instead of his whole body.
That's what I know something about parasites. Parasites are known for taking over the host entirely. Mm-hmm. So that's what I wonder if that will develop further, if he's gonna, you know. We'll watch some of it. We'll get back to you guys.
We will let you know.
Something I got to touch on.
This is something we'll probably talk about in a week from now when we've gotten more into the show and we kind of know what's going on. Or sooner. We might start it after we're done with our next video.
Okay, since we're on animes, I would like to touch base. I would like to touch base on the final saga of the Ash Ketchum story. Part 2 of the Pokemon Ultimate Journeys will be coming to Netflix soon. I just saw this a day ago, so I don't know what soon is. They haven't, what's on Netflix.com hasn't told us exactly when it's coming, but it's coming. Ash Ketchum, Final Journey. If you're a fan of Pokemon, I've played all the games except for the newer ones. I've beaten every game from Pokemon 2013, 14 down on.
Talking about Pokemon.
What's in store for Ash Ketchum in his last season, in the end of him?
They're getting rid of him.
I can't wait to find out.
So I just read this on the people that made the Pokemon series. So after this final one is done, they're getting rid of Ash Ketchum. He's done. They're retiring him. He's poofed off. And they're going to be making a whole new thing with new characters, new everything, new Pokemon. What I would like to see, which I highly, highly doubt, because I've seen this, an artist drew this. They drew a picture of Ash being the new professor. And
what?
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
That would be fucking awesome, but I highly, highly, highly doubt that's going to be what they do. But that should be something they do. They shouldn't just write off a character. They should bring him back as like a side character in the new series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be fucking dope. I've seen so many animes where they've done that with the main character, let them grow to the point where they end up being the new side character that's helping the new main character out with shit. That I would love to see. I've been watching the show Viking. I've been loving it so far. It's been really freaking crazy. I think one of my favorite characters, my top 2 favorite characters is Floki and Ragnar right now. And I believe the guy that plays Ragnar also plays in the show Sons of Anarchy. Just a little side note I wanted to throw out there.
Sons of Anarchy, Vikings, both good shows on Hulu. Give them a watch. Okay, Kelso, I got some things I'm going to drop on you right now.
Go for it.
1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question here.
What's up, Paul?
Is this loving owner or stupid lady?
Alright, lay it on me.
A woman in Tampa, Florida, tries to board a plane with her 4-foot boa constrictor snake in her carry-on luggage bag. Obviously, they find the snake like, lady, what the fuck? She says, and I quote, it was her emotional support snake.
Okay. Well,
was the lady, do you think the lady got on the plane or not?
Before you go further into that, let me just lay this subject
Do you think the lady got on the plane or not? Yes or no?
I'm going to answer that. Just
Go
give me
ahead.
like 2 seconds. So, with the whole emotional support thing, I've looked into it because I was going to do that. You can get the paperwork to make it a legal emotional support animal so you can legally take it onto planes and stuff like that. As long as you have the paperwork.
There is, for people that aren't familiar with the whole emotional support, there is documentation that validates an animal. I don't know if snakes.
Yeah, they can be. They can be. Yep. I looked into it. For almost a year. I'm still gonna end up looking at it to do it again when I get a new one. But you can make a snake. Anything that you can have that won't be wild to handle. It has to be docile. You have to be able to keep it under control. Period, point blank. So, yes, you can make a snake be an emotional support animal, but you have to
It is,
go
in
through the
fact, a
paperwork.
fantastic choice to make a snake your emotional support animal. They're best of both worlds. You can leave them be and also spend hours playing with or caring for them. Instead, they stay independent while also allowing you to give them as much attention as you would like.
There you go.
Now, as far as getting valid documentation and maybe taking on a plane, I don't know if you're able to do that.
You can if you have the paperwork proving.
Not in your carry-on bag.
Not you. Yes and no. You have to have the right. You can't do a carry-on bag.
It'd have to be a carry-on exhibit, and it would have to go in, with the animals.
I mean, if you have the right. Like if it's as big as they say, it's still decent size. You could have it in a good sized dog cage with the right heating equipment.
There's a couple of factors.
A lot of stuff you can do.
There's a couple of factors that come in.
You have to have the right shit.
Like where she's going. You can't take them out of the country. There's countries that are illegal. Like you can't go taking snakes into China. They don't fuck with that. You can't go taking snakes into Korea.
But
you don't want to doing that.
You can. Depending on the snake and depending on
it's illegal in China.
But,
you can't take snakes from China. It's illegal.
Period? Mm-mm. Are you sure?
You can catch them there. You just can't take them from foreign countries into China. They have a non-extraditionary treaty revolving animals. You're not allowed to take snakes out of China either.
Well, that I didn't know, but whatever. Okay, so moving on.
So do you think
she get on the plane? If she did not have the paperwork to prove it and the right stuff, I don't think she would have been able to get on the plane, honestly.
Considering she had it in her fucking
is a carry-on bag,
I'm gonna
that
go
bag
to
you
say
throw over your head. No, I don't think they
probably didn't have. So you're gonna say denied?
I deny it because that's not safe for the animal at all.
She was later denied. She was later denied because of the risk the snake posed of getting loose on the plane. So that tells you they denied her because of if she had had proper environment. They would have had no righteous cause to deny it.
So would I call her an idiot? Yes, because she didn't have it in the right stuff. She did not have... I'm thinking about this. I'm a reptilian person. I'm thinking about that animal safety. One, you don't have the right heating stuff. One. Two, you have it in a bag. What the fuck?
Now, if you think that's bad, the next person we're going to talk about...
for animal cruelty on
the next person we're going to talk about is a piece of shit. That makes the other one look like Jesus.
Really? Well, hold off on that one real quick.
Neptune, New Jersey, January 15th, 2023. You know how many days ago that was, right?
Yeah, that's not...
a couple. Yeah. An alligator was abandoned in below freezing temperature. The alligator was found in frozen water and had slash marks on its skin.
Really?
Alligators have rough skin, very rough. To slash them, you'd have to be a real fucking piece of work. The person who called to report finding the poor alligator has been identified as the person who left it there to freeze. What do you say to this guy?
You wanted me? I'm gonna fuck your ass up. Honestly, that's fucked up on so many levels.
I hope somebody leaves you in the freezing fucking water and slashes the shit out of you after they beat the fucking piss out of you.
That's fucked up on so many. Those people out there that kill alligators to eat, but if it's like something you had as a pet and you slash it and then you leave it out in the cold, you are one of the biggest pieces of shit in the world.
An animal that can take care of itself, but not in freezing temperatures and freezing water.
Actually, there have been sights of gators in the winter, and they brumate in the winter.
But
and it's
still,
been snow and shit.
don't.
But it's like when you have it gashed up
you're a piece of
and
shit,
sliced up.
It was in a container and the water was frozen.
What my wife just said. You are literally a piece of shit, bro. And I hope
somebody leaves you in a fucking container of frozen water.
I hope the worst happens. I hope you get your karma. I really, really do. And
animals
if you're watching this, bro, and you want to bitch and complain, bro, fuck you, because you a piece of shit over this, bro. And I can't be in any fights because of how fucked up. One good hit and I'm dead. But I'd still risk that to beat your ass for sure. For sure, bro, because...
And now my last fact is a very good one to brighten the mood here. December 24th, 2022, that was last Christmas, so it was on Christmas Eve. Check this. A 16-foot, so that's a big fucking rectic python, that was stolen earlier in July from her owner was finally reunited with her after 6 months.
Really?
On Christmas Eve, she got her fucking snake back. Merry Christmas. That's a good fucking way.
Does it tell you how you got it back?
No, just says she was finally reunited with her owner after 6 months.
Well, that's always fucking nice.
The person that stole it posted it on Facebook.
Really?
Piece of shit.
How people gonna do that, bro?
Like trying to sell it or posting it like
Sell it.
piece of shit.
Yeah. I'm not a thief. I don't believe in stealing, especially with other people.
Now that's the type of shit that now you put snakes. Now you're trying to steal the snake. That fucking snake bites you and kills your dumb ass. The cops come in and they say, "Oh, we got this crazy deranged killer snake." That's so fucked up.
People like that, and when that shit happens, is the reason why people are trying to stop this from happening. With
People can't own snake. Like fuck you,
but
people.
Personally, fuck. What was I saying before you cut me off?
You're about to say a fact.
No.
Or a thing you had on your paper.
No, it wasn't anything to do with
About the
this.
16-foot python stealing them.
Okay, so I am not a thief. Thank you. So I am not a thief. I don't care for stealing, especially from good people.
Animals?
But I am that person. If I see an animal living in bad condition, bro, you can bet your ass I'd steal that bitch.
Yeah.
And I would take it and raise it as my own. And when it gets to a point where it's becoming too much, I don't need to sell it. I got people in zoos. I've got contacts all over the place that have their own actual shit that will use it for breeding and give it a good life and a happy life. So I can reach out to my people and I can give it a really good home really, really fast. So that's the only thing I gotta say about that is you're a real piece of shit. If you're stealing an animal just to sell it and make money off it, bro, and you're not stealing it to protect it from a bad owner, there's so many different things. I hate thieves, but if you're stealing something to give it a good home because its owner is, what's the word? Not taking care of it.
If you're stealing something to sell it for money,
Neglecting,
you're a fucking
thank
piece
you.
of shit.
If you're neglecting the animal, then I'd say your animal needs to be stolen and given a good home. End of story. That's just where I'm at. I tend to get overreact whenever I see people neglect animals in a really bad way. I tend to want to get violent.
Animals can't speak for themselves. They can't call 911 and say, "Hey, this guy just kicked me across the fucking room." They can't defend themselves. They, to a magnitude. A cat, that's fucked up, bro. Don't beat your animals. Reptile. It don't matter if they're 4 times your size. You don't punch them. You don't fucking kick them. You don't cut them. You don't freeze them. You don't starve them. You don't come on. That's fucked up, man. How'd you like it if somebody fucking owns you and fucking puts you in a goddamn swimming pool and all you could do was swim around and they fed you when they wanted, not when you needed to be fed, but when they wanted to feed you. And come on now, that's not fucking right, man. Let the fucking thing go to someone that's gonna care about it, or let it have a zoo, or free it into the wild somewhere that it's not gonna fucking freeze and die.
So that's just where we are. But on that note, I'm happy the girl got her snake back. Probably happy snake again. Girl that got the snake saying no, she can't go on the plane. Make sure you got the right paperwork. Make sure you have a better cage before you do that, because snakes gotta stay warm. They can't be, a 4-foot snake can't be in a little fucking bag. That's animal cruelty. That's fucked up. I'm sorry for calling you a dumb piece of shit. I didn't say dumb piece of shit. I'm dumbass. But better cage, better places before you take them on planes. This is that simple. Be smart.
Don't let people around your animals, big or not, if they're gonna come steal your. How would you steal a 16-foot fucking python? You had to have been left to watch it charge.
You're
just breaking someone's house, like.
I mean, some people would.
No one's gonna break your house and be like, "Oh, here these things are. Let me steal."
Well, not here until. No, that's some people here until
a 16-foot fucking snake, bro. That thing.
A lot of people would freak the fuck out.
That's not a one-person job, bro.
Oh no, that's a 2-person, 3-person job. Unless the snake is super, 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 super docile. Because I've held a 16-foot snake without anything, and all it did was just chill and crawl. But that's because I had a lot of faith in the snake. I knew the snake pretty well.
And they had to have known each other or been in a circle of familiarity for that person to see it on Facebook. He was like, hey, that's my fucking snake. Or it got back to that person. They had to have been, it wasn't just randomly breaking in. And if you, earn someone's trust to fuck them over, you are a piece of shit. Sorry.
We know a couple people like that. But,
there's a difference between being a piece of shit because you feel like someone fucked you over, or being a piece of shit because you're getting kicked out because you're a piece of shit, and then just literally earning someone's trust solely for the purpose to later fuck them over. That is lower than low.
Yep.
That's as low as it comes.
So, I got a couple reptile facts of the day since we were talking about snakes. I got one.
That's what I just reptile facts.
So, the first one is for Paulie. This is a snake he knows kind of well that he likes a lot of. I took the time to get a few facts about it. There you go, buddy.
Oh, no, read away.
You don't want to read that?
No, I'm going to do some research myself real quick here.
Okay, well, he likes the black mamba. Very fast, very, very deadly. I got a couple facts here for you about him. Black mamba. The black mamba is a species of highly venomous snake belonging to the family Elapidae. Elapidae. Yeah. It lives in parts of sub-Saharan
Africa, first formally described by Albert Gunther in 1864. It is the second longest venomous snake after the king cobra. Maturing specimens generally exceed between 2 meters and commonly grow up to at least 3 meters. The amount of venom is 2 to 3 drops of venom per fang. Now, as far as how, do
you know how much they can carry?
Okay, with fangs up to 6.5 millimeters in length between their front upper jaw, an adult of the species has between 12 and 20 drops per fang, so that's between 24 and 40 total. It takes just 2 drops. Okay, so they have at most 20 in each fang. It takes 2 drops of their 40 to kill a full-grown human male. This means that even their babies are extremely dangerous and able to kill even a big show-sized man with no problem.
1 drop, 2 drops is enough to kill a full-grown elephant.
A tingling sensation of the bite may be the only initial sign that you have been envenomed, which means, having the venom fucking crash into you. Neurological symptoms include meiosis, blurred vision, bulbar symptoms, don't know what the fuck that is, paresthesia, I can't say that, ataxia, loss of consciousness, death. It doesn't fucking feel very good. You would die 20 minutes after being bitten. You'd lose the ability to talk. After 1 hour, you'd probably be in a coma, and 4 hours after that, without an antidote, you're guaranteed dead. Yep. It's literally pain, paralysis, then death. Oh. And they are shy, but extremely aggressive. And if cornered, the snake may rear up and threaten with an open mouth and a slightly expanded neck or hood before striking. And they can strike repeatedly, injecting deadly neurotoxin venom into your body very quickly. Faster than you can probably go to your arm. They can fucking hit you. And I mean faster than you can do that to your arm.
Oh yeah,
they can hit
fast. You. They're really, really fast.
So, and thank God you can only find them in sub-Saharan Africa, because we would probably have a lot of dead fucking idiots.
No shit, with all the people that think that big shots
drunk dummies, bro. I don't care. Bruce Lee on his best day, drunk, would not be able to stop a black mamba from cracking him. I would put money on it. A sober one, sure, but not a fucking drunk one. So people that catch snakes that have degrees and that are professionals, good fucking job, you guys. But backyard dum-dums, if you're catching snakes for collections, it's one thing. Do it with safety. There's precautions you take. You don't go to seek out the most dangerous snakes in the world to catch them. You're an idiot. So,
well, there are, if you do it the right way, it's called herping. It's called herping. This is stuff I plan on doing very soon because there are a lot of venomous snakes in Georgia. Well, not a lot, though. But there's a lot, but the same kind of species, but different species of that species. So there's a lot of different rattlesnakes, there's racers, there's all kinds of stuff that I plan. That's why I got my snake hook. I'm going to be buying some good gloves and good boots, and I'm going to go herping, and I'm going to go live doing this shit. Paulie will be my cameraman one of these days for that. And, what, is these the ones in Georgia?
Those are the 6 deadliest snakes in Georgia. There's 8 poisonous ones, but 2 of them are subsets of those.
There are copperheads, pygmy rattlesnake, timber rattlesnake, cottonmouth, eastern diamondback rattlesnake, eastern coral snakes. Those are all pretty decent
I've only
snakes.
ever seen two of those snakes ever in my entire life, and that's a copperhead and a cottonmouth, both of which were in very, very rural Tennessee.
Well, we also have those here in Ohio.
I've never seen a rattlesnake. I've only heard them, obviously. Never seen a rattlesnake with my eyes. Obviously, I've been in zoos, but as far as seeing them in the wild, like driving my four-wheeler across the little creek, you can see the cottonmouths. They dart off.
In Georgia, I've already seen a diamondback rattlesnake, and I've seen a Timbo rattlesnake.
Are they called blue water moccasins, cottonmouths, or is that a different kind of snake? Poisonous snake.
I think it's all the same thing.
What's the one in the water that'll fucking come after you? I thought it was a blue water moccasin, poisonous snake.
That's water moccasins, yeah.
Yeah, they'll fucking come after you in the water. Like, they will chase you.
Then you got sea snakes, sea creeks,
coral snakes are sea snakes, aren't they?
No,
water snakes?
Nope.
Coral snakes?
They just got the name. They're not really a sea thing. You'll
I
find
don't
those
know.
all over the
I've
ground.
never seen a real rattlesnake in person outside of a zoo ever in my life.
The first time I went to Georgia, I saw them.
Now, how do you tell the three apart?
So, eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Okay, let's start with the copperhead first things first. Copper, the head, there. What do they? Don't they have a smell?
They all can produce smells.
A weird
shit.
smell, though, isn't it? Like,
but when they open their mouths, and copperheads will also be in a circle, and they'll open their mouths, and they just like cottonmouths, and they've got a fucking
a hood, like a.
No.
Don't they?
No. King cobras have hoods.
Copperheads have hoods, don't they?
No. They just sit there. In
Oh,
the
Black
circle.
Mamba has a hood.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Small one, but yeah, they do. I just read on Factor.
Well, I couldn't count it as a hood. It's just
Factor.com counts it as a hood.
well, they can whatever suck my balls, but
Suck their balls.
I'm just gonna have to start off with because cottonmouths, copperheads, those
Copperheads,
are common.
you
Those
told
are
them.
easy as fuck to tell.
Cottonmouth, how do you tell cottonmouth? Does it like white
It's
shit
the same
coming out?
shit when they open their mouth. It's all white like cotton.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't know that.
Those are so. I can't say I hate because I love all reptiles, but I don't really care much for.
You dislike them.
I dislike, yes, but it's just I've seen them so much. They're so common. I've seen them everywhere. But the eastern diamondback rattlesnake, that was interesting. I don't really care much for rattlesnakes much because I know people who had them, and they decided to put their cages right next to the bathroom door.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep.
Wow.
And I hate that rattle. I like them in a wild. It'd be cool to catch them, talk about them, and release them. But physically, I will never own one.
Is that a fake picture? 44 inches cotton. Inches? No way. Poison snakes something like that.
Oh, no.
That's got.
I mean, king cobras get 18 feet.
That's gotta be fake. Let me know if you guys think that picture's fake in the comments. That's a 44 inch cottonmouth. Poisonous.
Timber rattlesnakes, they ain't as...
Timber
rattlesnakes. They ain't as big as the diamondback rattlesnakes at all.
Timber rattlesnake.
But they're a lot darker. You know? Yeah. Now look up the diamondback rattlesnake. And then
What's
you
the
saw...
second one before that?
The second one is a... pygmy rattlesnake. Then, they got those bands on their back.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Pygmy rattlesnake's way smaller. And it just looks so cute. I mean, I wouldn't mind owning one of them. I just don't care for the rattle, man.
They have a very trippy, psychedelic look to them, kind of. Very in a pattern that is not mistakenable.
See, one of my biggest problems with rattlesnakes is I would hate to be trying to watch a TV show or have to walk by the tank and all you hear is that fucking rattle.
You said Eastern Diamondback? Or?
Yep. Diamondback rattlesnake. They get really big. They get pretty decent weight.
That one doesn't even really look like a diamond. You can't even see the diamonds very well.
Those are diamonds. Those
ones,
Those
yeah.
are
That
diamonds.
one definitely.
So, they get pretty decent sized. They get about, what was
Those
it?
are the Eastern Diamond. As you can fucking tell, the diamond's clearly on them.
So, and those are just the biggest, bulky ones out of them, for real. So, it'd be cool to see those again, maybe, you know, with the right equipment, catch one and release it and do a documentary about it.
That's the Eastern coral snake. That fucker does not look nice.
So, you see the colors? Those used to
Black
be
and
a
red.
little...
Or is that green?
Nope, you're right, it's black and red. It's like... I forgot how the fuck it goes, but they go like red and black. Oh, what the fuck was it? Black and yellow can kill a fellow. Red and black.
Red and black.
Yeah,
You never
black.
come back from.
No, because one's deadly, one's not. Babe, what? Can you look up that? What it is? Oh, you're in a fight now, huh? What the
Phone right
fuck
there.
was it?
You got 3 phones in front of you.
I don't even know how I put that down. Whatever. You guys can look it up and bring it to me. I don't feel like typing anymore. So, and it's about that time where I'm gonna say, please like, share, and subscribe whenever you guys would like. Because I see we're already going on almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
we'll
almost
be
done.
bringing you guys
And,
our reptile, thing here in a little bit. Anything else you want to say? Hopefully we'll be bringing you another video either tomorrow or Friday. Prepping for the Royal Rumble.
February 3rd, I work, but it's also gonna be my birthday. I think we're gonna follow up on one of my days off. We're all gonna go and do something because his birthday had passed and we didn't do anything. Her birthday is gonna end up coming pretty soon, so I just figured for my birthday thing, we will all celebrate it as everyone's birthday, and we can all pitch in. We will all get each other gifts, and we can all pitch in to go somewhere fucking crazy that we haven't been to. We'll all talk about it later on tonight when we're done with our videos and shit, and it'll be interesting. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a psychedelic cake.
Yeah, shit.
No shit.
Psychedelic cake.
But
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your special guest host for the night, Kelso Kerwin, and regular host, Paul Cruz. This is the Pkr Podcast, Anything Goes, Episode 3, January 25th, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, fuck off.